We're doing something probably around about 4 to 5 a week, where obviously we've now grown it into 8 to 10 a week. It really has taken off in the past couple of years since we met you. We've grown from like a 10-person company. We've doubled. We're nearly up to 20 members of staff now. It's grown very quickly, which is fantastic.
So we come down to Norfolk today to talk to Christian and the team at CRC. So Christian, we've been working together for about 3 years now. Before we started working together, what did the business look like? How many installations were you doing roughly?
We're doing something probably around about 4 to 5 a week, where obviously we've now grown it into 8 to 10 a week. Quite a vast jump in the years we've been working together.
Amazing. So you mentioned that you were buying leads previously. What was that experience like? Did you feel like you were competing for leads?
Yeah, so we used to get it through, organic leads, but mostly through sort of lead providers, which were pretty basic. It felt like just passing money over for just pieces of paper, which really didn't mean a lot. And they weren't hot leads, if you want to call it that. You'd have to really try to sell. But obviously, since we've been working with you, it feels like it's just targeted for us, and we haven't got that competition all the time, and they're much better quality. It's when you turn up to jobs and you are literally turning up at a similar sort of time to another salesman. We're not a sales company, but it's, when you're competing against a sales company and you turn up and there's someone else sitting on the driveway, that's when you think that these are not, worth the money really. Like I said, don't get me wrong, some are, but in most cases it's not. They're very dead.
What made you want to go with Solaro? And did you have like any concerns in the beginning?
Of course, yeah. I mean, we don't know you from Adam, but we did get a level of trust over time through conversations and stuff like that. But we wanted to try something new. So we wanted to try something different, which is more target based, which is obviously what you provide. And it just reaches out to people who are actually interested. There's some substance there. Yeah. Instead of it just people just maybe making an inquiry just because they've seen a link online, for example. There's actually people who are wanting to go down that journey.
When did you first realize that maybe working with Solaro or the ads that we were doing was starting to make like a real difference?
Pretty quickly, to be honest with you. Yeah, pretty quickly. As soon as we started to get through them, and like I said, they felt a lot more organic. They felt a lot better than the other ones. The sales percentage was increasing quite drastically. Better quality customers.
Compared to when we first started until now, 3 years later, what has the growth been like?
Yeah, so we've grown from like a 10-person company. We've doubled. We're nearly up to 20 members of staff now. So our installs have increased quite drastically. It's grown very quickly, which is fantastic.
Do you have like 2 install teams now?
We do. We have 2 install teams regularly, and we have a maintenance side of it as well. So we have a second team that does all our maintenance and stuff like that.
So when I was talking to Josh the other day, he mentioned something about you guys having like a tap. You feel like you can control how many leads you're getting, how many installs you're getting just by asking me to up or lower the budget.
That's very true. There's particular times of year where things do drop away. Geopolitics change this industry quite a lot. So if we do need to literally turn that tap on, we can. We up our spend to be able to see that, and it always produces. So it is like a untapped gold mine as such, if you want to call it that. It's a great service, yeah. Cool.
How do you feel like the constant flow of work has affected just the presence of the company, maybe on Google reviews, maybe local reputation?
As a company in the local area, we've definitely got a bigger impact because of our growth. We're a company that doesn't like to grow big, quick. We have taken it in stages, but it really has taken off in the past couple of years since we met you.
Amazing, nice to hear. If you had to explain your experience just working with me or just working with Solaro in general, what would you say?
It's pretty seamless, to be honest with you. I think that might be what puts a lot of people off about sort of what's involved in it. We film some basic footage. You guys will edit and manipulate that and obviously then put it out to the masses. So it's a pretty straightforward process. That was one of our potential worries, where purchasing leads from lead providers is just very basic online stuff. Yeah. Where obviously this is, you've got to be front of house videos and out there a bit more on social media, but it's pretty straightforward.
So if there was an installer that wanted to work with Solaro, but they're kind of on the fence, they don't know if they should, what would you say to them?
Yeah, take the leap. It was a gamble for us, don't get me wrong, but it's really paid off. We've seen our business grow drastically. Just take the leap and put some money into it and watch your business grow.
Cool, amazing. Cool. Thank you, Christian.
Perfect.